Hey guys, hope you are all having an amazing weekend. Today we have quite a few things to. Let's begin on a high note. AMC announced that they are going to have an exclusive Spider-Man NFT giveaway to the first 86,000 customers that get tickets when the sale begins on November 29th. These customers have to be enrolled in the AMC Subs Analyst, Premier or Investor Connect programs. The NFT giveaway will be valid for tickets purchased for December 16 showtimes in all formats at AMC theaters in the United States while supplies last. The NFTs will be fully delivered via email to all those that qualified and have to be redeemed by March 1, 2022. Guys, this is pretty big for multiple reasons, but the most important is that it represents AMC finally stepping into the NFT marketplace just like Adam Aron said they were looking to get into. This NFT venture could result in tons of profits being generated at a fractional cost. AMC partnering with big movie studios like they did now with Disney or with Warner Brothers or Universal in the future marks an important development in their long-term strategy to make their theaters a more memorable and impactful experience to their audience. Furthermore, this will entice plenty of potential investors to get stock or simply join and participate in one of the many programs AMC has. The profits that will be generated from this are going to be pretty wild long term, especially if these tickets end up reselling for high prices in exchanges later on. I think AMC is capitalizing on one of the most lucrative opportunities to bring in people to the model, which I myself have said many times I am the biggest fan of. I have said time and again that one of the biggest and most important opportunities AMC has been growing the amount of people that pay a monthly service fee to be in their programs. It's literally free cash coming in that entices people to go to AMC theaters more often than not, which will generate even more profits since most people usually end up spending money buying food and drinks. A huge win for all investors of this great company as well as non-investors looking to get the most value for their buck alike. Bullish is a massive understatement right now. Do not sleep on AMC because you will be left behind in the train to great profits. As you guys can see, both of our favored companies, GameStop and AMC, are progressively merging their business model further and further into blockchain technology. GameStop with their NFT team and their rumored collaboration and partnership with Loopring, and AMC with their movie NFT collaboration with big movie studios. It will be more and more important to cover and announce important developments and deep dives into the whole crypto space as we move forward, as it is slowly becoming more integral to the core business of GameStop and AMC, which is why I am doing a serious dive into market manipulation of crypto by Wall Street on Morning Video this week. However, I quickly want to go over the false narrative painted by bot politicians trying to make crypto look like a marketplace inhabited by criminals. Let's start with the biggest joke of them all, Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen, who earlier this year stated that cryptocurrencies are a particular concern for her when it comes to criminal activity and terrorist financing. She expressed in a public statement, and I quote, "I think many cryptocurrencies are used, at least in a transaction sense, mainly for illicit financing, and I think we really need to examine ways in which we can curtail their use and make sure that anti-money laundering doesn't occur through those channels." Sadly, this wasn't the first or last time cryptocurrencies would be labeled with misconceptions. Janet Yellen lied about cryptocurrencies being used mainly for illicit financing, but when we look at the cold hard facts, data shows otherwise. The great vast majority of cryptocurrency is not used for criminal activity. In a 2019 report, criminal activity represented 2.1% of all cryptocurrency transaction volume. In 2020, the criminal share of all cryptocurrency activity fell to just a mere 0.34%, or just $10 billion in transaction volume. According to the United Nations, it is estimated that between 2 and 5% of all global GDP, a $1.6 to $4 trillion, annually is connected to money laundering and illicit activity. This would imply that criminal activity surrounding cryptocurrency not only is much smaller than criminal activity surround fiat currency, but that its criminal use is going down year by year. I find Janet Yellen's opinion and comments incredibly out of touch with reality, something I think she did on purpose, because there is no data to back up her claims. In fact, when comparing cryptocurrency to fiat currency, the amount of criminal activity taking place with fiat should have her full attention. Capital One was caught engaging in willful and negligent violations earlier this year, and were fined $390 million. Capital One even admitted to willfully failing to implement and maintain effective anti-money laundering program to guard against money laundering. Capital One also admitted to willfully fail to file thousands of suspicious activity reports and negligently failed to file thousands of currency transaction reports. JP Morgan Chase, Morgan Stanley, Wells Fargo, Goldman Sachs, hedge funds. These are all institutions that are consistently admitting to wrongdoing and being forced to pay small fines in court relative to what they profited for committing acts in the scale of billions of dollars per case, yet I don't see Janet Yellen bringing this up in her talks and speeches. The Treasury is tased with promulgating rules that are effective in combating money laundering and terrorist finance. Banks are totally criminal in every way, shape and form because there is no regulation to stop them, there is no real punishment for them. Janet Yellen, who by the way, earned over $7.2 million in the last 2 years alone for speaking fees from Wall Street's largest financial institutions like Citi, Goldman Sachs, Credit Suisse, Deloitte, Salesforce and many others, should aim to keep her trash mouth quiet and stop lying to the American public about factually data that is so easy to disprove with a single Google search. They hate cryptocurrency and are trying to engage in a direct confrontation with it because they cannot control it or manipulate it in the same ways they do with fiat. Governments are scared that their currencies are going to become obsolete, which they will in time, and be replaced by a currency much more powerful, fair and effective than fiat. People, stay woke on this, especially with regards to AMC and GME. These politicians, which are nothing more than an extent of Wall Street's arm, are looking to rob you of any and all opportunities to make wealth. Creditors at Fantasia Holdings in Hong Kong has filed a petition with the courts in order to force liquidation and sell their assets as a way to pay $149 million in outstanding obligations. They have filed this because Fantasia does not have $149 million in cash, and their assets aren't worth $149 million either, so they are filing for liquidation in order to force a sale to take the money. Again, this filing was done by the creditors of Fantasia, not Fantasia itself, which is what is being misled in social media. This is a legal filing per se, and it could take time for it to be solved in the courts. Either way, Fantasia is in a really tight corner with no escape, so let's see how things transgress. Also, I want to once again remind you guys that with the new variant breakout, we could see a tumultuous market in upcoming weeks and months. Depending on how the situation transpires, we might see huge dips like the ones we saw on Friday. Do not stress over this, but also do not make it seem more than what it is. A market crash is unlikely to occur from these dips, as they are usually followed with a huge bounce back, so view them as a great opportunity to buy super cheap on investment opportunities. Now, let's talk about where we might be headed this week. AMC dropped pretty bad last Friday, just like the rest of the market did. The breakout of a new variant sent the stock down 3% for the day, and had it go under 36 during the pre-market. AMC did recover a bit and closed at 37.63. Looking at the graph, it is clear hedge funds and other shorters have been dipping the price, breaking support with massive dips through the week. Now, I expect a bit of a bounce up early on Monday. Resistance will be met at 38 and 39 for the most part. What will be most important is to have AMC test and consolidate above that 39 price range. If it fails to do so, I would think that the stock is poised to retest 35.75 as support this week. If we do break out, as AMC is currently in an ascending triangle, we could run to 40 easily. Again, I think we should see a bounce, but if we do not consolidate above 39 and hold it as a new support, expect us to test 35.75. GameStop dropped 5% on Friday. The news took it down from 211 all the way to 198. Though it had a strong bounce upon market opening, shorters took advantage of relative weakness and dripped the stock to closing at 199.72, which was disheartening to see. Still, I expect a bounce back for GameStop. Support will be met at 198, 192 and 189. Resistance will be met at 205, 208 and 211. I want to see GME consolidate above 200 and test 211 again. If we aren't above 208 by Wednesday, chances of us retesting 198 are very high for the end of the week. I remain super bullish on this stock, and plan on buying tons of tendies this week. That is all I have for you guys today. Let me know your thoughts, and also, I have been meaning to ask you, are you guys liking the way I am approaching macroeconomics and different sectors of the market in relation to AMC and GME? I believe myself to be the only AMC and GME channel also talking about real estate, crypto, and other important portions of the economy, and I have seen some people saying I bored them out of this channel for not talking about GME and AMC solely. I find that there are so many other things to influence our favored stocks that need coverage, which is why I do this. I also like making content explaining different things of the economy all related to GME and AMC, but I'm unsure on how you feel about it. I have also seen a growing amount of people saying some really nasty stuff about the channel because I don't share the same opinions or even cover one stock over the other. I am very transparent and honest with you guys to my own detriment and disservice. I could simply pump AMC and GME and other stocks all day, but I will not do that. I will continue to be honest and genuine. I like and will only cover AMC and GME. I have said that I personally prefer GME and that having a preference over a stock does not take away anything from the other. I have seen a lot of people quote-unquote call me out over this, so out of curiosity, please also let me know if this bothers you or how you feel about it. I will always be 100% honest with you and will even disagree with the masses if I find reason to go against the masses. I'm just curious to see if anything I have said or done has bothered you in the past. Let me know what your thoughts are. I also plan to make a poll later in the day to see what you guys think. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Thank you all for making it to the end of the video. You guys are all amazing. If you want to support this channel, I have a Patreon link in the description as well as some one-time donation links for Cash App and PayPal. Thank you again for being a part of this channel. I will continue striving for better content. Until then, enjoy the rest of your weekend. See you tomorrow for 2 videos, one in the morning and a recap video in the afternoon and to the moon.